Welcome everybody to another episode of Tag Me In, where the Triforce of the IWC go over the good, bad, and everything in between. And of course, we're missing the main man himself, Lip Dizzle. He's probably swamped with work, or he's probably playing too much WWE 2K22. He just ain't gonna want to admit it. But you got myself, Scoot, aka the higher power, because my ascension, everybody, is slowly rising. After WrestleMania weekend, oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy. And of course, ladies, as you can see to my right, the heartthrob of the IWC, and who you all come to see, Mr. Yeager Bombastic, so fantastic. Ladies, if you into Elden Ring, holla at your boy so y'all can co-op together in more ways than one.
I mean, if you're into Elden Ring, I might just have to put a ring on it.
Look, ladies, he just threw it out there. And look, you even get another companion in Loki at that too.
Yeah. Get all the attention and love from him too. What's up? What's up?
Well, Yeager, it's been a interesting week in wrestling, mainly on the AEW side.
Yeah.
We know WWE, they're constantly building towards WrestleMania. NXT is building towards Stand and Deliver, which is on WrestleMania Day 1 at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Almost disrespectful. It's
It's
almost
so disrespectful. That's a lot of wrestling to take in one day. But yeah, but this week in wrestling, if we're going, when we usually do our This Week in Wrestling, we usually go from last Friday with SmackDown all the way up to yesterday. We're going to go a little bit more in depth with NXT and AEW since we didn't get a chance to do some quick tags. But to just give a highlight, SmackDown Live, the main highlight was Ronda Rousey had a match against Sonya Deville. It was her first match on SmackDown. She beat Sonya Deville. Her and Charlotte got into it. She rolled up Charlotte, got her in an ankle lock, and make Charlotte tap.
Now, remind me if I'm wrong, but Charlotte's in cahoots with Sonya in some degree.
They kind of been in cahoots, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, the story going into this WrestleMania, not only because Charlotte and Ronda are headlining night one, but the thing is, nobody has ever made Charlotte tap. So will Ronda be the first woman to make Charlotte tap?
Okay.
That's their story going in. We're gonna get Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania. Ricochet won the Intercontinental title, so congrats to that man. What else? I feel it might be something else. Of course, we're building towards Brock and Roman, winner take all. Somebody's gonna walk out champ. There seems to be new contenders for the tag team titles because the Usos did beat the Viking Raiders. For some reason, Nakamura and Rick Boogs were playing, and the Usos decided to jump them. So maybe at WrestleMania, we're going to get the Usos versus Nakamura and Boogs. I don't know. Yeah. Stuff.
Okay. So we're just
stuff.
How many weeks out are we?
Huh?
How many weeks out are we?
We are roughly three and a half, something like that. maybe
Uh,
4.
I'll say that's an acceptable window to still throw in a match or two for Mania, but
Look, they got to fill up 2 nights. So,
facts are facts.
um, of course, Sunday was AEW Revolution.
Yeah,
If you want our full feelings, go check out our hot tag where we spent a nice little amount of time talking about it. We went through match by match. You heard our feelings, and you heard our feelings. With that being said, Yeager, what was your match of the night? For
probably
Revolution.
Mox Danielson.
Okay. It's either Mox Danielson or CM Punk MJF.
That's where I would fall to. Yeah.
One of them two. I'm still wrestling between those two. Haha, no pun intended. Uh, but AEW Revolution had some exciting things that happened. But like I said, you want our full feelings about it? Listen to our hot tag. We give you everything when it comes to Revolution.
Everything.
I forgot to put that graphic up when I said it. Now Raw. Raw opened up with the triple threat tag team match for the championships. We had RK Bro versus KO and Rollins versus the tag team champions Alpha Academy. RK Bro got the titles back. So they're now 2-time tag champs. That's RK Bro. And from that, KO and Seth Rollins are now so I forgot to mention to y'all on this channel. One of the things that they've been doing has been a lot of these wrestlers don't have a place on WrestleMania. So they've been doing this whole what are these wrestlers going to do to get on WrestleMania? Like
Okay.
like for instance with the tag team championships. Whoever's the tag team champions know they're going to have a place on WrestleMania. Whoever loses will have to find a way to get themselves on WrestleMania. So I guess they're now trying to treat WrestleMania as this special thing that, you know, of course you want to be on WrestleMania, but they're making it to where if you don't get on WrestleMania, then your career or whatever isn't as whatever. But
That
that's
what we're
been
doing? Okay.
that's been their whole theme of the champions have a direct path to WrestleMania, but other people don't have direct paths.
Hmm.
So of course the story is like KO and Rollins, they've been like, we don't have a direct path to Mania. So of course, us winning these titles will give us a direct path to Mania, whatever. So they both walk out and they're just in shambles because they didn't win the tag team titles. But
Interesting.
more on that later. Uh they had a women's tag team match. They had Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. If Rhea and Liv won, they will be added to the tag team title match at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Of course, Rhea and Liv won, but now they're now blending real life in with Carmella because Carmella got taken out and her and Corey Graves was interacting. Like I guess like she went over to the commentary table to check on like so Graves can check on her, and from
Uh,
that it left Queen Zelina by herself.
what?
Yeah, because apparently after WrestleMania, that's when Graves and Carmella are supposed to get married.
Okay.
So of course Ripley and Liv won. So officially at WrestleMania, Queen Zelina, Carmella are defending the titles against Naomi, Sasha Banks, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley.
Huh.
Uh, what else happened on Raw? Edge has debuted like a new character since he did what he did to AJ. He came out in his suit. He had this purple light shining all over him. And
Okay.
yeah, apparently he's like, not to steal JBL's thing, but a wrestling god now. Because he was like
Hmm.
God and this, that, and the third. So now he's this uber ultra bad guy now.
Okay.
So yeah. Um anything else before I get to the main? Well, when it was all said and done, KO came back out to the ring and was like, because throughout the weeks as well, KO has been dissing Dallas. He's been
Okay.
dissing Dallas, calling it a hellhole and all of that, but it is Dallas after all. Um, so he wants to do a KO show at WrestleMania. And he was like, well, since I'm in Texas, I might as well do it with a Texan. I don't want to do it with JBL because he said something. I don't want to do it with Sean. I don't want to do who else he said? I don't want to do it with Booker T because he was like half of Booker T's career, he was in a tag team called Harlem Heat. So he said, I guess I want to do it with the man who represents Texas through and through, the man who's so old that he has to wear 2 knee braces and he
Oh
drinks so
no.
much beer and everything. So he was like, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'm calling you out at WrestleMania to show up at the KO show.
So instead of a match, like everybody's over here predicting.
I think it's gonna be like a little scuffle. Or like how Undertaker beat up John Cena a few years back.
Yeah.
But the next day, Steve Austin accepted. So officially, we will get KO Steve Austin in a face-off at WrestleMania. Yeah,
Okay. Wait. So we're getting Steve Austin versus KO.
not so much a versus. He's going to be on the KO show.
Okay.
They
Okay.
didn't specifically said it's a match. They just said it's going to be the KO show.
Interesting.
But most likely, Kevin Owens going to get beat up.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it.
Yeah. Of course, Tuesday we had NXT Roadblock. The women's Dusty continued. Uh, Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai beat Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro, so they're going to the finals. Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai with the upset over Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade because Toxic Attraction attacked Raquel during the match.
Hmm.
Um, the Creed brothers were supposed to get their tag team title shot, but earlier in the night they were found beat up. So MSK got in Imperium's face, and MSK took their spot. And during the match, the Creed brothers came out and started beating up all 4 of them. So we
Okay.
don't know for sure who attacked the Creed brothers. So most likely a stand and deliver, we might get a triple threat tag team title match. I don't know.
Hmm.
Uh Starting next week, there will be qualifying matches for the 4 men who's going to join Carmelo Hayes in the ladder match for the North American Championship.
All right.
Lash Legend and uh the Thick Kita Lions
Nikita. Yes.
had their little face off on Lash Legend show. So I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to a match between them at some point. Uh, it looks like Indy and Persia's friendship is starting to really fracture because even next week they're going to have a match against each other,
Okay.
all because of Duke Hudson.
What did he
Uh,
do exactly? I'm sorry, I did
So,
not.
so to rewind that storyline, Persia admitted to Indy that she had a crush on Duke. And
Right.
Indy was like, ew, why would you like him? He's a bad boy. He's nothing but trouble. All that, all that, all of that.
Yeah.
Well, some point during the weeks, Duke kissed Persia, and Persia and Indy walked in, and Persia ran off. Duke made mention that him and Indy used to have a thing back in the day,
Okay.
and Dexter overheard it. So Dexter overheard it and he just disappeared. So Indy hasn't quote unquote talked to her husband in a couple of weeks now because I guess he's upset at the fact that Indy and Duke used to date.
Okay.
So now Indy and Duke are kind of in this quote unquote relationship. And I guess Duke and Indy are in this relationship.
Duke
Ooh,
and
I'm
Indy?
getting it wrong. Duke and Persia
Thank
are
you.
in this relationship, and Indy wants to break it up. And I guess Persia is on this, oh, you just jealous type of thing. So, yeah,
Uh,
they're letting the man break up their friendship.
Interesting. Seems a little WWE, but okay.
It ain't no seams. It is very WWE. Very. And of course, the main event, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. And once again, if you watch our AEW Revolution recap,
Yeah.
it was live. It was live reaction because Dolph Ziggler walked out as champion. Of
You
course,
sure did.
with the help of Robert Roode, Dolph walked out as champion.
Hey, I'll take a W where I get it.
I mean, look, triple threat match has no DQ and everything. So hey,
Hey, play by the rules.
exactly. So I don't know if it's going to lead to a one-on-one match at Stand and
But
Deliver or another triple threat, but Dolph Ziggler at the moment is your new NXT champion. Now let's get into last night's festivities with AEW Dynamite. Um, the first thing that was interesting, good old Yeager hit the group chat and was like, "Hey, did y'all know that Hangman was supposed to defend the title?"
yeah.
And I said, "Huh?" And the reason why I said, "Huh," because I thought it was just a match between Hangman and Dante.
Oh,
I
did you?
overlooked that it was a world title match, and when you said something, it made me pay attention, and I was like, "Wait, that was for the title."
Yeah.
Like that was so random.
I
Uh,
did not. I mean, as soon as from the jump, they said it was for the championship, and I was like, wait, what? Why?
like he just defended the belt Sunday,
Literally like 3 days ago, or well now 4.
and then it's like, okay, at this point, it's just to pad the record
It has to be.
because we know Dante was not going to win.
And I think that
But
might have been like his like last little match or last match before he goes in a
go
tag.
back to the tag team.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can 100% see that. Um,
I mean,
well,
because they gave him the whole send off.
I'm about to say, I guess, what were your thoughts about the match? Like, how did you feel about
I
the match?
mean, Dante Martin gonna Dante Martin, like phenomenal athlete. Um, hell of a singles competitor all the way through this like through this time that his brother's been
Yeah,
injured. Yeah, it was honestly a great match, especially with all the high flying maneuvers
yeah.
that he's been pulling off. So I wasn't mad at it at all.
Well, then of course Hangman gets that buckshot, gets the 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole comes out. Hey yo, my guy, this isn't over between us. We got some unfinished business. Um, I
Yeah,
don't know how I feel that they're gonna do a direct rematch
I
because
kind of don't.
AEW has never done that.
I kind of don't care for them to.
Yeah, I kind of want this to be over because now we're gonna get a 6-man tag match with Hangman and Jurassic Express versus Paragon, which is Cole
Oh,
and Red Dragon.
I didn't really like either how like low key they just played that off. Like, oh well, I saw Jurassic Express in passing to you guys, and like the way
Yeah,
Peyton just offhandedly said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna pick Dark Order."
yes. Like that was just like then I'm loving the tension because you saw Reynolds gave him the mean mug the whole time.
Yep. I
And then
mean,
of
hey,
course,
I'd still be salty if somebody shoved me around too, but
yes. And then of course you had the whole thing with Cole uh Cole standing with the Bucks and Red Dragon, and the Bucks thinking that he was about to choose them. They jumped to
yeah.
conclusions, and then he was like, "Nope, I was going to choose Red Dragon." So yeah,
I
that's
did like how the Bucks like came kept to the kayfabe. They were saying like, hey, we already told you when it comes to Hangman, we just don't want to be a part of it. And he's like,
mm-hmm.
oh, that's fine. I was gonna pick Red Dragon anyway.
Yeah. It's like I was going to pick Red Dragon, but okay, cool. Um, my mistake, people out there. That was not the first thing on Dynamite. And this was the time I wish Dizzle was here because I want to see his reaction to this and see how he still feels. The
What's that?
opening segment of Dynamite was Jericho wanting
Oh,
to shake Kingston's hand.
yeah,
So
that.
Jericho comes out, gives a speech about, he was upset that he lost the match and no, he shouldn't have did what he did by not shaking Kingston's hand, that he's kind of remorseful about it, and that, if and please Kingston comes to the ring, we can make amends. Of course, Kingston comes out, and Kingston gave a very heartfelt speech that you could tell that was real
Yeah,
because he was about to break down while he was saying it. So they shake hands. They did the handshake. Out comes 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. And the moment that happened, I said to Ashley, Inner Circle 2.0.
that.
The moment it happened, because if you paid attention, they barely hit Jericho.
Oh, true.
They barely hit Jericho, and they was hitting Jericho with the softest of hits. So of course, Santana Ortiz comes out there with the bat to try to even the odds. They give the bat to Jericho. Jericho smacks the shot at Ortiz, then smacks Santana, and then all 5 men, well, sorry, all 4 men starts jumping on him. Hager
Hmm.
comes out and was like, "Yo, Chris, what is happening right
What are
now?"
you doing? What's going on? Oh my god.
Ortiz is standing up behind Jericho. Hager clothesline Ortiz. So they perform a 5-man beatdown. Hager does a scary looking power bomb to Kingston through a
Yo,
table.
no, I'm not even gonna lie. I was worried about Kingston after that thing.
I mean, just Hager getting him up was getting sketchy. And then I drop you.
That power bomb was
Sketch.
so sketch. Like it looked like Kingston landed on the back of his neck.
It did. It really did.
I was not okay with it, to be honest.
So, of course, Jericho gets the mic. He says, "You look at us," which is Jericho, Hager, 2.0, Daniel Garcia, and he gives the worst stable name in history, the Jericho Appreciation Society.
That
They
was
even have
ugly.
t-shirts now.
They do.
Yeah. If you go to, if you hold on, let me see if it'll show up clear enough on camera.
Please
But
don't.
but
Yeah, show us, but
but after Dynamite went off the air, actually it might have been after the segment, he showed that they have a t-shirt with a logo.
no,
But yes,
no.
the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Society.
I was like, that is the worst stable name I've ever heard.
That is nasty.
Okay, well, here's the logo. If you can see it clear. Hold on, let me try to block the light. That's the logo.
Uh,
Uh
the JAS. What is that? You see, now they're gonna rebrand, or someone's gonna come
and
out
that's
and
supposed to be the
rename that.
t-shirt, basically with the logo.
Uh,
But yeah, the JAS, the Jericho Appreciation Society.
yeah,
I
not a
wish
fan.
I wish he would have said Inner Circle 2.0 or
That would have been hilarious.
the new circle or something, but
The newer
Jericho
circle.
Appreciation Society.
Yeah, I'm not on board with it.
I wish Dizzle was here because I want to know, is he still a 2.0 bro after all of this? Because I don't know if I'm still a 2.0 bro after all of this.
Yeah, and I wouldn't blame you for not being.
But yeah, once again, I just can't get over
Mm-mm.
the Jericho Appreciation Society. If that ain't the most self-serving, egotistical name of a stable I've ever heard.
Yep, not okay with it.
But yeah, moving on. We probably get the
Yeah.
highlight of the night. Danielson and Mox with William Regal versus the
Woo.
Workhorsemen.
The workhorseman. That's actually not a bad name.
It really isn't. I don't know
Right?
how I feel about. Well, apparently that was their name in ROH because I think they mentioned that on commentary.
Oh, okay.
Jaden Drake and something Henry. I forgot his first name. But yeah, the Workhorseman is actually not a bad name. I actually dig the name.
I
Um,
mean, I was slightly confused because
isn't
like,
JD Drake part of the Wingmen?
yeah, he is, and I mean to be honest, I hadn't been watching Dark and Elevation as much recently,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was yeah. I was like, who the? I kind of was like, who is this? And then they explained it ROH, but yeah, JD Drake's definitely part of the Wingmen, so I don't know if this was
Okay.
like a small reunion or what.
Probably that. I mean, we got to give Mox and Danielson somebody quote unquote simple to beat so they
True,
can establish themselves as a tag team.
true enough.
And then, of course, we get William Reeves, Papa Regal, with a speech after the match. Um,
God damn it,
oh, he died.
I died. But
Do
I had
you
already
think,
left it up and everything, so it's not like I lost a lot of souls.
Bet, do you think they get a name or are they going to just say Danielson and Mox for now?
I'd say we give it a couple weeks and then we probably get a name.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. Uh, how you feeling about that their official tag team?
At first, I was gonna be like, "Is this gonna be like a rival, like a sibling rivalry type of thing?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then Regal came into the mix, and with him as their proper manager, and he's just looking at him like, "Yeah, he kicking ass."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with it being a tag team like this,
Okay.
like just well coordinated. And the way Regal, I'm not gonna lie, they took up a good amount of screen time
They
talking,
did. They
but
did.
the way Regal like laid them all out, explained everything, yeah, it was no, just really well thought out.
Uh,
I like their mechanic.
I wonder with Garcia now being a part of that stable. I wonder are they going to try to build a stable or just keep them as a tag team? That's my wonder now.
Mm.
Are they going to keep them at? Are they going to keep them as just them two with Reeg's guidance, or eventually it could spin off into a stable? But
Well, that's what Bryanson's Danielson's idea was at first. So I
yeah,
could see Regal being the recruiter.
ooh, that actually sounds pretty good too.
Yeah.
Hmm. And then we get Wheeler Yuta versus the Bastard Pack. Um, eh.
Eh, eh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I like Yuta as a competitor.
Okay.
Like, is he gonna be the best out of the best friends? Probably not. But
uh,
no, man, he good shit.
yeah. Um, I like the. Well, I don't know
What?
what happens with best friends eventually, but I really want to know what's going to happen with the whole pack because Pack and Penta probably aren't done with the House of Black.
Oh no. I
So
was honestly expecting them to come out
I thought
after,
so too.
but I don't know. I'm okay with them not. I was just expecting them to.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, of course, the bastard was gonna beat Wheeler Yuta. No offense to Yuta,
Nah.
but yeah. Um, I would probably say, I guess if you want to count the Appreciation Society as a shocker, the second shocker of the night came in the form of an interview. We had FTR and Tully Blanchard, and FTR fires Tully.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% paying attention to the conversation there. What was going on?
I didn't pay attention to the beginning. I think it was like they were in, I think FTR was saying they were doing it for family and trying
Okay.
to support their family, while Tully was like, we supposed to be trying to win championships and this, that, and the other. And then that's when they got in each other's faces. And that's when uh Cash came up and was like, no, this is my family. You're not, you're fired.
Okay.
So I wonder, does this lead to Tully finding a new tag team to get back at FTR?
Hmm.
And if he does, what tag team? Like, is it a tag team that's already there, or is he going to bring in somebody new?
I can see Tully. I mean, this could be like foreshadowing for Tessa to show up.
Could,
Like, that's just me putting a booking hat on though. But
because I think she's building her stock back up again with being in WoW, so I can see that as well.
yeah,
Because he did mention I have a family too,
yeah,
so he did mention that. Um, but yeah, I guess it's gonna be interesting to see FTR without Tully now. So
definitely.
I guess we'll see where that goes. Um, and I guess the third shocker of the night, the Andrade Hardy family office had a meeting, an emergency meeting, and Hardy was like, I don't want to wear suits no more because when I realize I wear suits, I turn into a dick. And he was kind of looking at Andrade like, yeah. And he was
Yeah,
like,
he
well,
is.
do you want me out the AHFO? Let's all take a vote. I know Private Party wouldn't want me out. I'm like a father to them. So what? Let's vote. They vote, but if you see the swerve, Private Party originally had their thumbs up. Then
Hmm.
they switched to their thumbs down. Andrade gave a cryptic message about, not watching your back and this, that, and the third. From that, Andrade, Private Party, Butcher and Blade all starts jumping Matt Hardy. Then we get Sting and Darby to the rescue. And once they
Which I
realize,
thought was odd.
huh?
Which I honestly thought was pretty odd.
It was odd, but considering what had just happened Sunday, since they
Yeah,
just had that match, it still made sense for Sting and Darby to somewhat help, but at the same time, you are helping Matt Hardy.
exactly.
But what else? But of course, it all led to the newest AEW signee, as Jim Ross said it. Jeffrey Nero
No,
Hardy made his debut, and they even got the old theme song.
that was really cool that they got his theme song.
Yeah. Well, apparently they asked WWE.
Really?
Yeah, apparently they were working on getting it from WWE, and I guess I don't know how much money they probably had to pay for it, but they were working on getting permission from WWE to go ahead and get the old theme.
Hmm.
So Jeff Hardy shows up. Of course, from that, the good guys starts taking over in some very awkward shit. Cause how the hell was Blade the one left in the ring?
Yeah.
It was pretty awkward, but Blade gets beat up by everybody, takes a swanton bomb. Boom, the Hardy Boys are reunited in AEW. I guess the
And
question I want to ask you, Yeager, what are your thoughts and feelings on the Hardy Boys being in AEW?
I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn or anything, but I mean, I pretty much called how this was gonna go out in our review of Revolution.
That was true. The only thing that you didn't call was that it was going to be an emergency meeting, but
Ah,
you
yeah,
basically called that this was going to happen.
yeah. I mean, and also Sting and Darby showing up. That was interesting enough.
Yeah, because honestly, I thought Jeff was going to come out there and just beat everybody up.
Uh-oh.
I thought the way that they was going to spin it, I was about to say, damn, they about to make Jeff Hardy look strong as hell.
Yeah, they
But
really did though. I mean, he looked good.
when I get to my talking point after we get done with AEW, then I can give my true feelings on Jeff Hardy signing. But I'm
All right.
still in the middle about it. I'm in the middle.
Okay.
But of course, the next segment we get Swerve trying to do an interview. Tony Nese interrupts. They're gonna have a match on Rampage.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So we can see the debut of Swerve.
I would have liked to
Yeah,
see. I like to see Tony Nese get more of a push, but when it's his time, it'll be his time.
yeah. The next segment we get Wardlow. He comes out, and he basically, we kind of said it. We kind of called this one too.
Yeah.
Wardlow basically was like, "Yeah, I might be under contract with Max, but I'm my own man now."
Yeah,
So,
I appreciated that.
damn my MJF, you know.
I mean, I'm sure in next week's match he's gonna probably get screwed by MJF, but
Yes,
especially because Max didn't show up for this
especially
episode.
if Max did not show up. But the next segment, Keith Lee is back there talking. QT tries to come up to Keith Lee and saying, "Hey, I know how Team Taz is. They could be a bunch of jerks, this, that, and the third. Uh, QT and the factory, we got your back." Keith Lee was like, "Hey, yo, I got a big back, my guy. I think I'm good." So apparently now QT and Keith Lee are going to have a match at Rampage.
Yeah. Sure.
Basically, sure. That's the way I felt. Sure. that's
Right.
actually the best. That's actually the best response. Sure.
I just I'm not. I mean, I'm getting to see Keith Lee wrestle, so that's cool. But
Yeah. But yeah, sure.
yeah,
Uh,
do what you do.
the next segment we get Jurassic Express defending their tag team titles against the Acclaim. Once again, this falls with the whole Hangman versus Dante Martin thing, huh?
I was just. I was. This is yet again another unannounced like championship match.
Yeah. It was, huh? Like why?
Exactly.
But okay. Honestly, a part of me wanted Acclaim to go ahead and take it,
Same.
but I don't know who's gonna take them belts off of JE, but it was a solid match. It had some near falls, but well, false finishes rather. But Jurassic Express retains. We will see who their next challengers will be. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh, we get Jade Cargill. She talking her trash because whoever she fights next and beat will be 30-0. So I guess we see who steps up to the plate.
Well, I mean, as she said, who's left?
Well, yeah, who's left? So then we get AEW Women's Championship Eliminator match. Layla Hirsch versus Thunder Rosa. The winner will go against Britt Baker next week. We said this in our review on Revolution. We knew who was winning this match going into it. I'm actually surprised it lasted as long as it did.
Well, you got to give Layla the rub. So
Yeah, true. But Tootsie Rosa, as Dizzle so affectionately calls her, she gets the W. Skiavone gets on the mic and says, "Hey, Thunder Rosa, you deserved it. You've been a good competitor, all of the above. Not only are you getting your title shot in San Antonio, but it's going to be a steel cage match."
yeah,
Uh, then, of course, after that, it cuts to Dr. Baker. She says, "I don't care if it's in San Antonio, which is unfair because you got the home field advantage. Whatever, steel cage match. I'm still walking out as champ." Yeager called this a mile away after he got screwed over that Tootsie Rosa was going to most likely get the W in her adopted hometown.
I yeah. Well, they are what they are. Tony Khan may have cut that little deal with Thunder Rosa, but you know what, Thunder Rosa, Tootsie Rosa, it's fine. It's fine. I will
Yeah,
take the L of the pay per view just so you can be happy winning it at home. And I gotta give props to Britt for calling out the conspiracy
yeah,
of her getting another title push instead of going to the back of the line, which, to be fair, I was very confused about myself.
it's the same thing with Adam Cole. It's like, wait, since when did
Yeah.
AEW do
Which,
this?
honestly, I would love to see, like, Paige call that out. Like, what is this bullshit? Like, you're supposed to be you lost. You go back.
Exactly. But
But yeah, Paige doesn't look like he's running that. He's a little too excited to fight Cole.
yeah.
But I guess that's why we get the 6-man tag instead of an actual 1-on-1.
That's because I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to save it. I hope they're not trying to save it for Battle of the Belts too. Because that's all the way in April.
I
So
mean, they could be,
you're right,
and
it could be.
but I mean, hopefully they do it with an interesting enough arc. Like they get the Bucks involved to come out and help Paige. I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll see. And then of course the main event, TBS TNT Championship. The champ Sammy Guevara defends against Scorpio Sky. Once again, we pretty much called this. The
Yep.
only thing we didn't call was they kind of did the little cop out because Sammy tried to go for a 630 through a table and ate it. So he was getting checked out because they even made it serious with Ty Conti showing up, checking on Sammy. Doc Sampson was checking on Sammy. So it was like, oh no, can Sammy even continue? But of course, Sammy continued.
Nothing against anybody involved in this match, but it was a mess.
It was very much a mess. It really was.
Like, like why do we go to commercial break showing Sammy about to leave the match, and then right when it's coming back, he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm staying. I'm gonna finish my match. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
The
Like,
whole commercial break, it was like, can Sammy continue? We
mm-hmm.
checking on him. But the moment they came back, "Well, I'm finishing the fight. What?
Like, bro,
Okay.
nothing against you, but kind of took a hit. But this was not even like the thing that annoys me most is that this was really not even needed. You
It
could
really
have
wasn't.
you could have had Sammy come out already injured because he went through what like almost 2 stories into a table with shit. Who was it? Was it Andrade?
No, Cassidy.
Oh yeah, Cassidy. Sorry.
Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah, he hit
Yeah.
the
He hit the Spanish fly
thank you.
through a table, and they were out for the rest of the match.
And Scorpio Sky is a methodical enough wrestler to where he could have just been beating up Sammy's ribs the whole
Yeah,
time. And he
yeah.
could have just did some high impactful move to
Mm-hmm.
where it would have been like, yo, can Sammy continue? They didn't have to do the table angle.
No, not at all. And then you still could have had Ty Conti come out because
Mm-hmm.
Sky is like beating up on his ribs. Sammy's screaming out in pain, like it's bloody murder. And
Mm-hmm.
you could have still had the angle where Paige Van Zant got involved because Ty Conti came out. Like everything else could have been like fine, but you did not have to throw in a table angle with a guy who could have already been injured from his previous match.
Because it's diminished Scorpio. It
Oh,
diminished
100%.
Scorpio that, oh, he had to beat a beaten and battered Sammy to get the belt. You
Yeah.
know, which that wasn't the
Guy,
case. Scorpio has enough merit on his own to win that fair and square, or
I
even
mean,
with the interference. But yeah,
the guy is undefeated for a year now.
for a reason,
Yes, for damn good reason.
you know.
And
But
I don't know. This somewhat tarnishes his win as a champion.
it does.
However, I'm happy he's got the belt regardless,
Yeah.
even though
Um.
he's part of a shitty little faction group thing at the moment.
So yeah, it led to him getting the belt, them beating up on Guevara a little bit more. Paige Van Zant jumps the barricade in the
Mm-hmm.
most cheesiest of fashion. Sammy was laid out in the ring. Paige Van Zant kicks Ty and Ty just happens to pass out over Guevara, and it was like,
okay,
all right.
100%
And then
unnecessary.
out of nowhere, I don't know who had it or where it came from. Paige Van Zant signs a contract.
I think it was honestly in her back pocket, or somebody maybe handed it to her.
Something. But Van Zant is all elite, apparently.
Which is, I mean, fine, but you could have done this in a better way. I mean, props to Van Sant for getting a grab up on Ty Conti's ass and smack it a little.
Right.
uh, I mean,
Yeah, it was messy. It was
yeah,
it was like I guess.
like
Congrats
sure,
to Sky, but
definitely diminished.
yeah,
Oh
definitely.
well.
But yeah, Scorpio Sky is your new TNT champion. And of course, well, AEW even posted that Sky now has the distinction of being the first man to be a tag team champ and TNT championship and TNT champion.
Yes.
So there are
Wait,
three
be a
men,
what?
huh?
Oh, to
He's
be a
been
tag team
TNT
champ.
champion and he's
Yeah.
been tag team. So now there are three men who are in running to be the first Triple Crown champ in AEW. You got Scorpio Sky, that if he ever wins the world title, he will be Triple Crown. Uh, Kenny Omega, if he ever
Mhm.
wins TNT, and Hangman, if he ever wins TNT.
Yeah.
So we got three men in the running to be the first Triple Crown.
Not for nothing, but I kind of want to see Scorpio do it first.
Me too. Me too. I can, because Kenny wouldn't really need it.
No.
Hangman wouldn't really need it,
Uh-uh.
but it would be cool because then Scorpio will get the actual world title. You know, it would
Mhm.
mean for Scorpio to get the world title. So, but yeah, so that was AEW Dynamite. So after watching Dynamite, we had Paige Van Zant sign a contract. Jeff Hardy signs a contract. We had Swerve, who recently signed. Keith Lee recently signed. Tony Nese was there, who was a recent signing. I think I said Jeff Hardy. I don't remember, but Jeff Hardy. Um, where does this put AEW with their hiring slash booking? Because somebody at this point has to feel a little left out.
Yeah, right?
Like, if you're looking at all of their recent signees, somebody has to start feeling left out. Now, I think personally, because I was thank you, Bella.
Ah, that's what I thought it was.
Thank you so much, Bella. I appreciate your helpfulness when it comes to the podcast, Bells. You only get stuff like this on Tag, baby. Thank you again, Bells. But the only thing that I was thinking since AEW officially bought Ring of Honor, the only thing I think to myself is unless they turn dark and elevation to legit shows instead of glorified squash match shows, that could be the only thing I think could save AEW with all of these signees as of late.
Mm, yeah.
That if Dark and Elevation legit has matches to where, oh shit, we could see Ricky Starks versus insert somebody legit. Like, not Ricky Starks versus some dude who's 0 and 24, you know,
Yeah.
that doesn't help nobody. But
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. So how do you feel about that? The fact that AEW and all of their recent signees, how do you feel ultimately about that? And do you think at some point AEW has to stop?
They really do have to stop. Because now they're doing it kind of clean where
Yeah,
they're not doing any kind of budget cuts, but they're letting people's contracts expire who they're not going
yeah.
to use.
Oh, speaking of contracts, Miro re-signed.
Good.
Apparently, he signed a 4-year extension.
Holy shit. Nice.
Yeah. So
Like, is that why he's been gone? Because his contract ran out?
I think so. I think his contract was ready to run out, and I don't know if he was going to re-sign or keep him. So I think that's why ultimately. But
That'd
yeah,
be
he signed a 4-year extension.
that'd be a hell of a thing to see Miro against Scorpio Sky, but I don't want to see Sky lose the belt
Well,
for a little bit.
so the way we were predicting, of course, we think MJF is going to screw Wardlow out of his TNT championship because it happens next week.
Yes.
But when it comes to that, we have all of these tag teams. We had established tag teams that, you know, like you have people like Acclaimed and people like that are getting kind of pushed to the side in a sense because you got like your Red Dragons and your Young Bucks. And now you got Danielson and Mox. And you know, pretty soon they're going to be like, hey, tag team gold.
Yeah.
So, and then if we're looking at the main event scene, Adam Cole is there. You know, Kenny Omega is going to come back to the main event scene. Then it's like, who's going to come in and be believable to be threats to whoever is the next champion? Because at
Yeah.
one point, because Danielson had a title shot, even though he lost. You know, at some point, CM Punk is going to want a title shot. Um, who else? Like I said, you got Swerve now, Keith Lee, and you know, we all know at some point the Hardy Boys are going to be AEW Tag Champions.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So that way they can say that, hey, they held tag team gold in almost every major company. So
I
I
mean,
don't
let
know.
AEW get there; they'll be major.
So I don't know. I find this all a little weird with AEW because at some point, when are they going to stop hiring so many people?
There we go. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like I only really want to see a few people come. At
Mm-hmm.
least off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but I mean, there could be some that are going to be welcome sights. Swerve honestly was a surprise for me.
Well, I've been hearing apparently the internet has been buzzing that AEW was highly interested in Swerve. Like I think Swerve had plans of just touring the indies.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
apparently I guess AEW really wanted Swerve.
Now the way he's coming in, though, it looks a lot like how Leo Rush was.
Yeah,
Which I mean, it would have been cool if Leo Rush stuck around, so we could have gotten a little tag team with them.
possibly, yeah.
I mean, yeah, possibly.
But
But
Leo Rush has definitely been a man that, his mind changes so quickly. So
yeah, it looks like he wanted to follow in Big Swole's footsteps a little bit. Not to disparage anything of what Swole has been saying. I mean, she made some points. She just went kind of a bad way about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I only want to see like Wyndham and shit. Who got released recently? I'd like to see. I'd like to see. Damn it! I'm trying to remember his non WWE name, but Morrison.
Oh,
John, was it Hannigan or something like that?
Hannigan, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to see maybe John Hannigan. And you know what? If we're gonna add another tag team, I'd like to see Breezango.
That'd be interesting. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
would. It would.
Not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm not sure how far they push him, but I'd like to see him at least like stay in a Rampage circuit.
Yeah. Well,
But
I guess the big thing that needs to be explained, what's going to be the deal with Ring of Honor?
yes, 100%.
Because I mean, he dropped that announcement and hadn't said shit. Yeah, how about Ring of Honor? Peace. Like Tony Khan,
like right now, it just kind of feels like they bought Ring of Honor just so they could say the words Ring of Honor on TV.
Oh my God, they have been making it known that they have, because they bring up Ring of Honor so much. Hey, they had a past at Ring of Honor. This was a tag team from Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, like Jesus.
Yeah.
They are letting you know that a lot of their wrestlers have ties to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, even during Regal's speech about Danielson and Mox,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, they did their little Ring of Honor name drop.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost gonna start turning into a drinking game. Anytime they say Ring of Honor of ROH, take a shot.
That would be kind of fun to do. Not gonna lie.
Like, it's almost getting to that point.
Almost there. There it goes.
But other than that, that was really it. I mean, unless you got something you want. Oh, you know what? We do have another topic that Yeager brought up to the group, and you said that you think WWE wants to go back to the Divas era.
I did, and it definitely feels that way.
Okay.
Like yes, the women athletes are doing amazing work that we have not seen before, like ever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're just including all this. I shouldn't say glamorization, but it feels like they have to have that little angle involved, you know?
You know, it's funny. I've been seeing a lot of people on the internet saying this, but they think it's going to happen more in NXT. And I guess depending on how it might do in NXT, then they might bring it to Raw and SmackDown. But a lot of people have been saying that they think WWE wants to go back to the Divas era.
I mean, it feels that way at least. But like you said, I hadn't really seen it because I haven't been watching WWE. I haven't really seen it on like what specific show. I just seen it like what is this? Rhea, not Rhea. Wow. Well, yeah, Rhea and Liv. Like, what is this? Liv is pinning women in very like curious positions. She's like getting these little smooches here and there.
Well, I would definitely say this. They're definitely going, especially on Raw and SmackDown. They have a Divas era thing with these women's matches not lasting long.
Say that again.
Like how fast the women matches last. A lot of these matches are literally blink if you're blinking, you can miss it.
You see, I don't care for that. I want to see an actual match between a lot of these women.
Same.
Hey, come here. Loki
But
does
yeah,
too.
a lot of women's matches have been very short, and I remember that being very prevalent in the Divas era that they had quick 3-minute, 4-minute matches, and it was like, why did we quote unquote use TV time for this?
Like, why not just do a skit where they beat up on each other?
Might as well. In the NXT case, they definitely have went back to the every woman has this certain type of character. Like every woman has a type of character, kind of story, all of the above. So it's definitely there. It's definitely more there in NXT right now.
Like, what's her name? Saray did not need to be like a magical girl.
No. Then of course you got Toxic Attraction.
And then yeah, like you want to talk about like sexual tension, like shit, Toxic Attraction with everything that they're doing has been like fueled by that.
And then of course we got the new sensation of what they call the Ultimo Wagon.
Wait, what?
Remember all of those nicknames?
Oh yeah.
And Ultimo Wagon was one of the nicknames.
That was I don't know what that was.
But we got
we got
Thickita Lions out here.
I was right about to say that. We also got some. I keep forgetting her name, but she's like the daddy's little princess.
Tiffany Stratton.
And I swear, like they keep having her say "daddy" so much because it's not referring to fathers.
Mm-hmm. Because even if she does it, because she had a match against what's her name? Fallon Henley, and Saray interfered, and Fallon won. And on the commentary booth, I'm pretty sure Daddy's not going to be happy about this.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? This is probably outside of WWE's control, but these little Instagram posts and things of that nature.
Yo.
I mean, yo. But at the same time, it's like, this is not necessary. I mean, hey, every woman should be able to put, like, whatever the fuck she wants on there. However, I feel like I'm seeing a rapid increase of it since NXT 2.0 came around.
Mm-hmm.
Especially amongst the NXT superstars.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, Rhea Ripley's just posting, like, social media of her in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Zelina's posting stuff about cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Albeit hot cosplay, it's still cosplay.
Still cosplay.
But I mean, Cheeks Dolan out here
giving it up. Cheeks got Dizzle acting unusual.
Sheesh. I think she got me acting unusual. But and then you know what? Fit Kita hasn't done it yet. But I mean, there's photos out there already.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more coming soon. Because you gotta think, she was already a wrestler before she went to WWE. Now that she's in WWE, and they seen the response she's been getting off of one televised match, they're gonna push it.
Oh, for damn sure.
They're gonna push it.
Like they did in the Last Legend bit.
Yes.
Like,
they're gonna push it. Because I mean, even with Last Legend calling her basically saying she had butt shots and things like that, and Nikita was like, other than this tan, oh, I forgot. So in the Last Legend thing, apparently Last Legend was like, she doesn't deserve to be the flavor of the month in a sense. It should be me. So Lash was like, you sitting here with your butt shots and da 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 da. And then Nikita was like, other than this tan and my nails, everything on me is all natural. And you know, they were yelling and jaw jacking at each other. But Yeah, so they definitely gonna lean into it with Miss Lyons.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I mean, where you see money or where you see a money tree, make it grow. But holy shit, like,
Basically,
is it necessary? No, not really.
no,
Like,
not
let
really.
these women perform and let these women like show off their talent rather than, well, their talent.
But yeah, so I guess we'll have to see in the upcoming week. Like I said, I can definitely see it in NXT. WWE, I don't know what they're doing with their ladies, but it's getting weird. Other than other than the ones that they want you to know that are shining, it's weird. It's very
Yeah,
weird. But I just totally remember that I did not have this on the whole time. But if you're new here, just look below. It'll scroll a few times. You'll know where to
yeah.
find us. If you've been here, you know where to find us. Yeager, anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
Thick Keita can get it.
I mean, Thick Keita though.
Thick Keita though. But I want to
Uh,
see her. I want to see her in ring. I want to see how she does.
I would say as of now, just go back and watch that match because she only had that one. Well, she had a few matches on 205 Live before they renamed it, but she had that official match 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Okay.
ago,
Okay.
where she did the infamous split pin that she did. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's legit. That's the thing. I mean, not to take it from Layla Hirsch, she is legit.
Okay.
Like
I
she's
need
a
to go back
legit
and watch.
martial artist and everything. Like, you know, it's just
Hmm.
I wonder how they're gonna push the sexualization out there. Like how
I
much they're gonna
mean,
have us in horny jail dealing with her.
I know I'm gonna get bonked, but there's some photos already that didn't need WWE to take them.
Hmm. Hey, I
Hey,
would just say, uh, I'm interested to see how AEW moves with all of these signees, because somebody can't be happy backstage. Somebody has to be upset. I'm sorry. I know somebody's gonna feel like their spot is being taken at some point.
I mean, when they added them in a little by a little, it was fine. But I think
Yeah,
they're getting trigger happy now,
I think so too. It's looking very WCW TNA ish, unfortunately.
and we don't need that. Like,
We really don't.
I'm happy we got Cole, but Cole needs to take a back seat right now. He doesn't need to stay in the conversation at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I myself, Scoot, the main man, the heartthrob, the heartbreaker, Jaeger Bombastic. Ladies, if you play Elden Ring, you know what I'm saying? He can use a co-op partner. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey, I can
tough out
play
here
with
in the streets.
I can I can I can play with up to three other people. So I mean, if you want to make this like an easily moment, if you know your Demon Slayer,
You know what I'm saying? He letting you know, ladies, he can
just
handle
stop.
three. He can handle three.
Let's do it.
He can handle three. But yeah, unfortunately, our other brethren, Dizzle, couldn't be here. Like I said, he's either probably playing 2K22, maybe back in Final Fantasy. Who knows with Dizzle? Who knows?
Yeah, I had to put a pause on Final Fantasy when Elden Ring came out.
But yeah,
It's
so until
it's
you
been
see
fun, but I
these
have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
so until you see these handsome faces and hear these beautiful voices. Also, another shout out to Jugs out there. He couldn't be with us tonight, but hey, like I said, we'll hold it down. We'll hold it
You
down. So let me warm this up right quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me warm up this. Get this to the Brody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bada 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 boom.
Bam.
So whether you love it or hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably thumbs up. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you thought about Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT, Revolution, anything dealing with wrestling. Let us know below in the comments. Don't forget to tag that. No, my bad. Tag that subscribe button. Tag that notification bell so you know when you're getting videos, and you can keep up with your boys. Most importantly, be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, and also good people out there. Do not forget to tag out. Uh, peace.
Yo.